What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing good. So if you hadn't guessed it already, that is my breakfast. We are going to be doing a full day of eating. I'm going to show you the foods that have helped get me shredded, because I've been getting loads of questions recently during this photo shoot prep about what food I eat day to day, how I manage to get my protein in, how I split my calories across the day to help manage hunger and everything like that. So I'm going to show you. Today is a non-training day, which means today is when I'm on the lowest food that I've been on through this entire prep so far. So my targets to hit today are 210 grams of protein, 200 grams of carbohydrates, and 55 grams of fats. That is all we are having, which might sound like a good amount, but trust me, when you're used to eating north of 400 grams of carbs a day, it really doesn't feel like that much. But I'm gonna show you exactly how I get to do that through the entire day, whilst just taking you through my day today. So we've got some editing to do today. I need to get to the gym today to do my cardio. We've got about an hour or so to do on the Stairmaster. So I'm going to be showing you everything across the day. And in terms of the shoot update, we are currently sitting 10 weeks out. I've actually just hit a new low this morning of 66.5, which is putting me 15 kilos down from when I started about 18 and 19 weeks ago. So I'm going to be showing you all of that through the entire day and the foods that have helped me get shredded. This is meal one. Protein, oats, fruit, and dark chocolate. I have literally had this exact breakfast now every single morning. I don't even know for how long, multiple years, because it is literally my favorite meal of the day. I get up, I look forward to it every morning. So my routine at the minute, my alarm goes off at 5, I get up, me and Blue will go out for about an hour's walk, so I'll get a good 7,000 to 8,000 steps in before sort of 6 a.m, get back, and then I will make my breakfast, which is this. So protein oats is 75 grams of oats with 40 grams of Perform Whey chocolate brownie batter, I think the flavor is at the minute. Protein powder mixed in a pan with some water, heated. Once it's ready, put it in a bowl. I'll put 10 grams of 90% dark chocolate on top of there, and then I'll basically slice an orange up. So I think this is about 95 grams of orange, but it generally varies from about 80 to 100 grams depending on the orange, and then 75 grams of frozen raspberries. And that is meal one. So this is what I found for me to be the best way to start my day. We've got about 42 grams of protein, we've got about 69 grams of carbohydrates, and we've got about 13 grams of fat. So I've actually got nearly half of my total daily carbs just in this bowl, which I actually am happy to make that sacrifice, because this is just the meal that I enjoy the most every single day. So that is meal one. So I'm gonna go have this, and I've got some work to do through this morning, and then the next meal will be around mid to late morning, which will be a bit of a snack. So I'll see you there and show you exactly what that is gonna be. Okay, so it is 11 a.m.-ish in the morning. First set of morning jobs are done. So this is snack number one of the day, which is literally, as you can see, you'll just see me making it, scrambled eggs and some bacon medallions on a bagel thin. So 1 whole egg, 2 egg whites, some salt and pepper, and 2 bacon medallions in there with a bit of spinach on the bagel thin. This is now to have before I go and do cardio, and then I'll be next eating sort of mid-afternoonish around 2 to 3 o'clock. You can see here just pretty much sort of higher protein. Tried to keep the fats down by only using the egg whites apart from 1 whole egg, and then I've cut the fat off the bacon as well. There's about 28-ish grams of protein in this, there's about 10 grams of fat, and then there's about 25 grams of carbs. So not a massive meal, just something to put me on and get me through going and doing my cardio. I'm gonna go have this, then we're gonna go get some cardio done, and we will be back here mid-afternoon for meal number 3, lunch. So we've got cardio done. Obviously I've had shower, got changed. We got about 750 calories done on the Stairmaster in that session, which was about 45-50 minutes worth of cardio. So my total weekly target is 2,250. So we've got 750 done, and I've got 4 or 5 days to get the rest done. So we are in a pretty good spot. I think it's about 1:30, 2 o'clock-ish in the afternoon, something like that. We have literally got chicken fillet with some seasoning on top. So I normally add some garlic, some smoked paprika, and some black pepper. We've got 1 rice cake just for a little bit of carbs, something a bit crunchy to chew on. And then we've got plenty of veg. So you can see we've got a handful of lettuce. We've got what is left of the bean sprouts, which was a very small amount at the bottom of the bag. And we've got some red pepper and a grilled tomato as well. So super straightforward. Just looking at my fitness pal, we're about 40 grams of protein for this meal, about 8 grams of carbs, and about 2 or 3 grams of fat. Even with it being such low calories, we've still got a big plate full. And then there is a bit of the no added sugar tomato sauce on the side that I do tend to add to most meals. And we're gonna have one of these as well. So I'll tend to have one of these a day pretty much around sort of lunchtime, early afternoon. Again, just for a bit of a sweet fix, and then it also helps actually put me on until the next meal. It does help dampen hunger a little bit. We're gonna go have this. That's meal free in the bag. That will put us around halfway in terms of our calories for the day. So what you'll probably see is that I tend to bulk a good chunk of my calories for breakfast in the morning. I'll then eat lower calories through the day, because typically when I'm working and out and about and doing stuff like that, don't really tend to get as hungry. And then I'll leave a good chunk of calories for my evening meal and my pre-bed snack as well. So we're gonna go have this, crack on with some work afterwards, and I'll see you for the next meal. And we have snack number 2. So it's about 4:30, 5 o'clock I think now. Usually have my second snack around this point. I have literally got some 0% fat Greek yogurt. I've got 30 grams of protein powder mixed into this. I think I've got the sweet and salty popcorn Perform whey in here, which is pretty nice. I've got 10 grams of dark chocolate again, and then I've got 80 grams of pineapple with a little bit of cinnamon over the top. So in this, we have about 30 grams of protein. I think it's about 31 grams of protein. We've got about 21 grams of carbohydrates, and then we've got about 7.5 grams of fat. So a moderately bigger meal than what I had for my actual lunch, you could say, from a calorie point of view, but certainly a smaller portion size. So just looking at my fitness pal now, in terms of a running total for the day, after 2 meals and 2 snacks so far, we're on about 140 grams of protein, 125 grams of carbohydrates, and 34 grams of fat. So basically means I've got 60 grams of protein left for the day. I've got 75 grams of carbs, and I've got 21 grams of fat, which is usually quite nice to have, because then it means my evening meal, I can go for one of the fattier food options if I need to, which is great. So we're gonna have this, we're gonna get cracked on with work, and I'll see you for meal number 5. And I'll see you for meal number 5. And this is meal 5. So this is evening meal, this is tea, whatever you want to call it. It's got a lot more volume in it than most of my other meals. One of the things I hate when I'm dieting, if I can avoid it, is going to bed hungry. So I try to make sure that my evening meal and my pre-bed snack, meal 6 that you'll see after this, are a little bit bigger so that I go to bed feeling full. Now what we've got here is 100 grams of chicken breast again. We've also got 100 grams of chicken burger, which is basically just minced chicken thigh into a burger patty, and I put that into a bagel thin, and I've got 3 salt and vinegar Snacker Jack rice cakes with this, and then again I've got loads of veg. So we've got courgette, we've got red onion, we've got mushroom, and we've got some lettuce. In terms of a total, we've got 54 grams of protein for this meal. There's there's 49 grams of carbs, and then there are 14 grams of fat. So a bit of a bigger meal, nothing crazy still, but certainly enough to put me on until my pre-bed snack. So that is meal 5. One meal to go after this, so I'm gonna go and have this, and I will see you for the pre-bed snack. All we're gonna do now once we've had this is chill out, watch a film, the work day's done, all the clients have been responded to, everyone's happy. So I'm gonna have this, chill out, and then I'll see you back here for meal 6, the pre-bed snack. And this is it, guys, meal number 6. This is the final meal of the day, and we've literally got another yogurt bowl. So I have this about an hour before bed, and it's literally 150 grams of 0% fat Greek yogurt. We've got 100 grams of frozen blueberries. I've got 10 grams of almond butter, and then I've got 10 grams of Wheatos in there as well, just to give it a little bit of crunch, a little bit of texture. And this is literally the last thing I have before I go to bed at the end of the day. So all we've got in here is 17 grams of protein. We've got 25 grams of carbs, and we've got 6 grams of fat. So again, a pretty small bowl to end the day. But that is it. That is my entire day's eating. That is how I split my meals on my non-training days, my rest days, my low food days, whatever you want to call them, across 6 different meals in the day to keep me as full as possible, to keep hunger down, and to make those meals as interesting and as enjoyable as I possibly. And that's it. That is the foods that I eat to get shredded. That is pretty much what my food has looked like this entire photo shoot prep. Now, when we had more food at the start of the prep, the volumes of that food was a little bit higher, so I had a few extra rice cakes, things like that. But as food's gone down, the kinds of things that I'm eating and the meal structures have stayed literally the exact same. The portion sizes have just come down, and the vegetable servings have just come up a little bit. So at the end of that day, I've come in at 211 grams of protein, so I'm over by 1 gram of protein. I've come in at 199 grams of carbs, so I'm under by 1 gram of carbs, and I'm at 55 grams of fat, so I am bang on where I want it to be. When you account for the difference in protein and carbs, it cancels itself out, and we have hit our target bang on. And that is everything. That is a complete day's food. The next day of eating that I'm going to be doing is a full refeed day. So now we've got to the point in this prep where we are about as lean as we need to get. We've started introducing some refeed days to keep us full so that we can come into the shoot looking as full as possible and we don't lose any size or muscle. So I'm going to show you exactly what one of those days looks like in the next vlog full day of eating, because we have got 450 grams of carbs as it currently stands to get through in that day, so over double what I've had today, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do that. That is coming soon, guys. But until that, if you found this video useful, don't let me have wasted my time today. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, it helps us out, it helps the channel, but it also just makes me feel like I haven't wasted my time filming this all day, letting my food go cold before I get to eat it, which when you've been dieting for this long, trust me, takes some willpower. And with that, guys, I will see you in the next video.